You don't look like one, but you act like one.
I do. I'm good. I do more than just light things on fire.
Yeah, he pretends to be people in the process of lighting people on a fire.
And then light things on fire.
And then, like,
Well, would you mind?
And also Eldritch Blast.
I don't mind, and I'll just do a little of fire into his pipe.
Come on, it's so sick. It's
That's good. Ah, anyways. I'm sure you want to hear what happened, Sildar. But I think we should go to the tavern. I think tales are best told over a mug of ale.
this Tal is angry.
Other kind of tail.
I second that.
Is that all you are? A tail?
And why you said you came in, of course, Gundren rule. Have as many ales as you wish. You definitely deserve it. You can stay here in the town hall with me, or
Is the town master still here? Or the old town master?
he is still waiting for an escort from Neverwinter. They should be here any day now.
Can I just eat him?
Hmm.
No, he's probably high in cholesterol.
And when
Has that been a concern for you?
True.
Sorry, what? Sorry, what did you say?
And what did you? You said you were aggravated when you came in. What's aggravating?
I come back to town, and I find out that I have competition for becoming the next town master. And that's okay. I can handle competition. Usually I just eat it. But all of my lovely signs that my best friend Droop here drew up for me are gone. It's like this town doesn't even care that me and my friends almost died protecting it.
Oh, they're gone. You say all of them.
Well, just the ones on the way in that we noticed were gone. I haven't walked around the entire town. I mean, I made a beeline here.
Did you talk to any of the town folk about it?
That's valid. Droop, let's go talk to the town folk. And then I'm gonna very slowly come out over here and be like, "Hey, little miss, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Two things. One, the one with the horns in there who likes to set things on fire, he really wants your number. And two, would you vote for me as town master?"
Well, I mean, maybe. I'm not sure who all the candidates are yet, but
Me and someone who didn't almost die for this town. That's all you need to know. Anyways, thank you. But yeah, seriously, the tiefling wants your numbers, so he's kind of annoying about it. So, you know.
When I can hear you, I'm by the fireplace.
Oh, well then, whatever. Oh yeah, he is by the fireplace. I didn't even see you there. I thought you were in the room.
I went to go get some fire. I'm running a little low.
in the room, Silver's like, let me just finish a few last notes, and we can lock the office and head to the inn.
We've been gone for 3 days or something like that. 3 days.
Also, if you vote for me, you get a promotion, and then I'll get back to the group.
To what?
I need a treasurer.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't a treasurer, right?
No, the treasurer was
be the
basically the treasurer was basically the fat ass's pockets.
Does this town not have a treasurer?
I guess not. I don't know.
No, literally the town master was just lining his pockets with everything.
It did not sound like the best leadership situation.
Yeah,
we'll
there was no.
Is Tybalt slowly leaving in embarrassment?
Tybalt's been
Tybalt's on the porch.
Tybalt, like,
he's getting some fresh air.
Tybalt didn't like being outed.
Will
And I'll
we
tell
be,
you one thing, Win.
Good.
Go ahead.
I'm not
Go ahead,
going to be
Drew.
your secretary.
What? Why not? I thought you and I were tight, bro.
If anything, I'm going to be the guard captain.
Actually, I was literally going to say I didn't want you to be the secretary because you're dumb. I wanted you to be the guard captain and teach people how to fight.
Yeah, I will. And all the guards can be goblins.
We're going to talk about that one, my friend. We'll talk about that later.
That actually doesn't sound like a terrible idea.
Actually, that really doesn't sound like a terrible idea because if you just keep paying them, they'll be fine.
You might want to talk to some of the townspeople about that idea. Like Droop is fine, but I mean, we have not had the best relationship with goblins other than Droop.
Now, is that caring Bayrick talking or racist Bayrick talking?
I don't know, column A and column B. Like, I mean, like,
It's just Barrett talking. So yes.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know
me.
what this D&D campaign is, but I fucking love it.
Column B exists.
I will not. Yeah, I will not feel bad for thinking that when you meet a goblin on a road, like we did about 2 weeks ago, and they tried to kill us, that is not something that like I'm gonna easily forget. You were there for that, Win.
Not all goblins, but enough.
Yeah, enough. Like 90%.
Bayrick, come over here and stand. Oh, sorry, Bayrick. Redbeard, come stand over by the fire with me, and we'll have a conversation. Sometimes I forget that Wynn's not supposed to remember names very well. We'll have a heart to heart. All right, Ryan, put on some sappy music for me.
Oh no.
Back where I
Guys,
come
while they're
from.
doing that,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tony.
is there a library in town?
Actually, there's a library right here.
Yeah, Lanwin has a library.
Is that
She's like
open
secretary
to
slash. She let.
anybody? Excuse me, can I peruse your library?
Yeah, of course. And just make sure if you want to take any books with you, just come let me know so I can keep account and all that.
Will do. Thank you. Go ahead, Win. You're gonna have a heart to heart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll make it real quick though, because I don't want to like slow down the game, anyways. But what I was gonna say is, Bayrick, or I'm sorry, Redbeard, where I come from, in the swamp, there was two types of lizard folk. There were the educated type, like me and my family, and then there was the wild type that lived in the outskirts of the swamp. The wild type were very dumb, and they basically would just attack anybody who came by. Because of that, the neighboring village, which was filled with half-elves and humans, hated all lizard folk. Because they expected that, just because some lizard folk attacked them, all lizard folk would attack them. But really, we just wanted to trade and maybe eat their sickly once in a while if they were willing to give it up, since they were going to die anyways. I guess the moral of the story is, stop being racist, because not everybody who's green is the same.
Okay, so I was following you up until sickly. However, you judge people by their actions. Okay? And so far, many of the actions that we've interacted with goblins on have been them trying to kill us. Okay? Droop is the one exception. Okay? And I
But-
tolerate Droop.
I don't know why you
Okay.
think Bayrick is racist. I've killed like 40 goblins.
So have you, Win, by the way. So I'm not saying that all goblins are bad. What I'm saying is replacing the town guard with just goblins may result in some of the town folk not thinking that's a good idea. You might want to think about that.
Okay, I will insert one other alternative fact, if you will, here. And that is that compared to other goblins that tend to just do whatever the more powerful person says and tells them to do out of fear. And Droop has actual levels unlike other goblins, so
Droop, does that make news?
That's metagaming.
that is metagaming. I'm being stupid.
Goblins do what the strongest one tells them to do until they stab them in the back and become the strongest. That's like
If
the
anybody
whole power
stabs my
structure.
droop, I will literally murder everyone, the entire town, and all the goblins.
Drew, I mean, Droop, am I wrong? Is that not the power structure?
I heard you talking about me.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about goblins writ large.
He just slowly walks up. Listen, I watched all you guys kill goblins. Don't even worry about the goblin's family or the goblin's children. How about you guys don't worry about goblins for once? Goblins do what they want to do. That's all I gotta say. If I want to hang out with you guys, I will. If I want to kill things, I will. If I want to steal stuff, I definitely will. That's all you need to know.
I like the simplicity in that, honestly.
Kind of lean my head out the door.
I
People
don't.
do the same thing.
Did you say people do the
Humans are the
same thing?
same.
Yeah, that is not wrong.
Have you guys ever considered that goblins are just people?
Except that people generally enter into a social contract whereby they follow the laws of the land, unlike goblins.
Do goblins
I
not
think
follow the
actually
laws
goblins
of
do
their own
follow
land?
the laws. They just have a different set of laws.
I am
just
not
like
going to have
me.
this conversation with you people.
Just like
okay?
every other culture.
Do the dwarves
Like
not have their own set structure? of
Elven
laws?
Of course we
laws are
do.
different. Elven laws are different than human laws, are different than dwarven laws, are different than halfling laws.
Don't even get me
are
started on
different than
tiefling
goblin
laws.
But most of the time, when I end up face to face with a dwarf, it's not at the other end of a bow and arrow or a short sword, okay?
Maybe
Which has
you
been
scared
my
them.
excuse me?
Maybe you scared them. Did you think about that?
No, I did not think about that. But also, we were ambushed, so no. Like, I mean, they were waiting for us.
I mean, is a goblin bandit worse than a human bandit or a dwarf bandit?
No.
Actually,
They
I
all
would
deserve to
say
die.
a goblin bandit is probably better than a human bandit or a dwarf bandit because a human or a dwarf could always go to a town with structure where a goblin only knows violence to survive.
What?
Tell me I'm wrong.
Goblins
You're wrong?
are born into violence, and they most
Exactly.
likely die into violence.
You've only adopted it.
Humans merely adapt to the violence.
Yeah.
Goblins are born to it.
Look,
Molded
I'm a
violence.
pragmatist. I'm not going to have this conversation. Like, I mean,
I
I
feel
feel
really.
like we have better things to do than
This is
discuss
true.
the ethics of goblin culture.
look, Droop sort of laid his cards on the table, everybody, for the folks that could hear that. So,
I'm going to go eat.
sounds like a great idea.
Me too.
I'm gonna go
What time
rob.
is it?
I'm gonna go rob some people.
God, now I'm more irritated.
Good
Fucking
chat.
Droop. He's gonna
Okay.
tear this party apart.
Who got rid of?
We're barely holding it together in the first place.
Why are my It's a Trap's gone? Who did that? I'm
Yeah.
sad. I'm sad.
Or the trap.
Lanrin, I would like to take this book. Is there a do I have to return it by a certain time or
She flips through some papers and hands you one. Just sign here, and we normally have people are able to keep it out a week or two. But if you need it longer, just return. You can check it out again.
Okay, well, we tend to hit the road often, so if it's not, I might not be back in a week, but I will bring it back.
Could also just die and never
Assuming
get it back.
I would say assuming I don't die.
Oh, do you have? In fact, bringing that up. Not to be offensive, but people like yourself do have a habit of never returning or shorter lives, to say. Do you have any next of kin or anything I could send a bill to if you don't return the book?
Actually, no, I don't. The rest of the group is the closest I have to next of kin right now.
Oh my god, I just got so sad. I'm in the room, right? That's so sad.
maybe one of your party members can sign here too. We could
Oh my god, a
always help out.
co-sign for a
Return
fucking
the
book?
How
or-
much?
I'll
How,
sign.
how much is the book?
let's see this book. First edition copy.
First edition.
1 of 1.
Oh god. This is crazy.
I think that we would have the price around this book. Let me just double check my numbers. About 100 gold pieces.
All right. How about I give you 50, and if I don't get it, if I die, you at least have 50, and then when I bring it back, I get the 50 back.
Or persuasion. It's gonna be good.
A fucking 0.
He got his 0.
Finally,
Yeah.
somebody else gets a 0.
Hey Tony, welcome to the Zero Club. Population us.
Well, let's do the 50 gold deposit. We'll have a co-signer for just in case you don't come, and we'll say you owe me 50 gold. If you return the book, I will pay you your 50 gold back. How does that sound?
Isn't that what I just said?
Well, the other
I-
thing that we didn't include in the deal is if it's not returned, you still owe 50 gold, and if you don't return and we can't find you, maybe one of your co-signers we can find for the other 50 gold.
Sure.
But it's not the goblin. I'm
I'll
not
sign.
going to try to collect
I'll sign.
a debt from a goblin.
I'll happily sign.
Very excited.
This is way too much effort for a book. Well, I'll sign. I'll mark my name here.
It's
Okay,
fucking
very
insane
good.
that I hear a cat and I just perk up like, what's that? What's that?
Gundren and Sildar come walking out as Sildar locks the door. You all ready to go to the inn yet?
Oh, by the way, Tybalt, I'm standing next to you because I wanted to ask you if your god could make me town master. More of a joke, but I felt like keeping it going a little longer.
I could ask.
You do that, and then I'll continue walking.
Are your prisoners gonna be okay, Sildar? If we step away?
Oh, yes, they're under lock and key, and Landrin can always come get us. Sure, it
Okay.
wouldn't take long. They don't seem to be runners.
Is that a short joke?
You guys are natural sprinters, but long distance kind of slow down a bit.
All right, fine.
No offense, of course.
I'll let it pass.
It's physics. Simple.
All right, fine.
We'll be back, Landrin. If I'm not back in a few hours, just go ahead and lock up. You know, maybe we could leave the goblin to guard the prisoners.
Crickets.
I mean, I think Droop said he was gonna get something to eat, so I mean, that's up to you, I guess.
I feel like Droop already left.
In the room, so I can't say anything.
I mean, honestly, I guess I'm not gonna second guess someone that is part of the Lord's Alliance, but I'm gonna second guess someone that's just like.
How do you join the Lord's Alliance anyway? I've always wanted to be a lord.
Seems like you'd be conscripted, honestly.
Take 2 knees. No.
Members of the Lord Alliance are looking for new members. People that do acts of valor, perform missions for the Lord's Alliance, they can be invited to join.
I've murdered like 40 goblins. Is that heroic? I saved Sildar. Not Sildar, you're Sildar. I saved Gundren and Sildar.
Yeah, we destroyed the red brands.
I'd have to get permission from my superiors, but if you all are interested in joining the Lord's Alliance, I could perform a document. You do have to meet certain standards, follow certain tenets, but we could discuss it.
Is one of the standards not being a devil worshipper? Because that's kind of off the table.
I mean, are you a worshiper?
I'm gonna point to my horns.
I mean,
I'm just gonna-
maybe in name only. Like,
I'm just gonna point to my green hair.
like you don't feel. I don't know. I don't get the feeling from you that you feel super great about the deal, but
I will do what I must.
yeah.
You said you pointed to your green hair.
Drew, wait up!
I'm hungry. Let's go.
Hi, hungry. I'm Tony.
Tony.
Dad joke. Point one.
Did you say white one?
Point one.
Oh, point one. I was like, what? Ah, goodness. We're men. We're men in tight.
Hey, you get back in that cell, both of you.
Heading to the end, you see another sign.
Another sign.
I'm gonna rip it off.
Triggered.
I'm gonna rip it off whatever it's on as I
Yeah,
walk
sure,
by
you're
and say
able to rip it
sorry. What is it magically on there? What the fuck
No,
is this?
I said you're able to rip it off.
Oh, okay, sorry.
She's
But roll a
pretty,
dex
but her
save.
eyes give me.
Did you tell me to roll a
PTSD.
dex save?
I don't
I'm
know.
just
She
kidding.
looks.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
She looks like a good. Like she. I mean, she looks approachable and engaging. And
She
looks
looks like
she
a
cares for
fucking
people.
dominatrix.
She looks.
I was
She
just
looks
say I
like
wouldn't
my
mind her
mom
being my
looked
master.
when I got in trouble.
Bingo. But yeah, like
I have a
I'd
I'd have
to speak to her before I'd.
yeah.
sleep. I'd
Maybe
vote for her.
maybe you should adopt her tactics to some extent, right?
I should put lipstick on.
You're not even approachable. I wouldn't.
didn't-
approach
Yes.
you.
I didn't say that.
Yes, Win, you should.
But if that's what you want to take away from this conversation,
You may
more
say
power
she's
to you.
approachable, but think about this. If you're sad, I can give you a hug with my big strong claws and my tail.
And if I'm sad and she's willing, it's
I'd rather get a hug from her.
I don't know where to go with this. Like, I don't know how to talk to Win in a way that he'll hear me. And I would say that out loud.
Hey, Droop's sitting there. You can't sit there.
You can't.
As you all arrive back at the inn, you see Trelina, Pip, Toblin, and they seem to be putting things in boxes, stacking tables. Looks like they are packing things up.
What, what's going on, guys?
Like they're moving.
Looks like they're packing things up, stacking tables, putting things away.
Is it closing
No
time
one else.
already?
Oh, no. Well, good evening, all of you. Sorry, door's supposed to be locked. My apologies. No, actually, Trelina, Pip, and I, we are going to head back to Waterdeep. There's been a buyer of the inn. They offered a large sum of gold, and I think it's time that we go back to where we're from.
Who
We
bought
settled
it?
down out there.
You're from Waterdeep?
I am. I'm from Waterdeep. My wife is from Winter.
Mm.
Is it named that because the water there is deep? I'm sorry, I'm making like a survey.
When you've asked this question
I have?
3 times.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I
No,
forget
you
things.
said Neverwinter is it called that because it's Neverwinter? Literally the name.
Well, I hope you have fun. I'm from Waterdeep as well.
Who? Yeah, like Tony asked, who bought the inn?
Well, it's kind of written in the contract that they wish to be anonymous.
That's not great. Is that a normal transaction?
Well, for the amount of gold, I can understand why they'd want.
Sure.
Honestly, I don't mind telling you if you all want to know that bad.
I mean,
I'll be leaving by
Yeah, I
tomorrow
mean-
morning. I'm not too worried about repercussions.
I would love to know.
I
who
have the
bought
gold
this
already,
place.
so.
Yeah, your secret's safe with us. Yep.
Halia Thornton purchased the inn.
Oh,
How much?
yeah. How much
If you
did
don't
she
mind
pay
me
for
asking,
the
how much? Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I
You're
was
not
just
even gonna
curious.
believe it. 200
1,000.
platinum coins.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
It's only 2,000 gold. It's
How
not.
much gold do we have, Bayrick?
Let me check. Not that much.
Not 2,000? Are we close to half that?
Yeah, we're close to half that.
We'll give you half.
No, we're not. No, we won't.
Shadow,
Well,
come here.
Shouldn't have signed over power of attorney. Sorry.
I can't take all this booze with me, so I mean, you guys might as well drink some of it and stay here the night. The rooms aren't quite packed up yet, maybe a little dusty, but you guys are free to stay the night if you wish.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm sorry, but just real quick, but I just want to go ahead and lean into the person next to me. I guess Tybalt's the closest. Would be like, who's the person they're talking about that bought the inn? I don't know names.
The person that's running for town master.
That
That's not
bitch!
you.
You see me go. Oh. Why would you tell him that?
He asked a question.
I will
Tony,
burn
he
this
would've put two
whole
and two
place
together eventually.
down.
Yeah,
So-
but he probably would have gotten 5.
Toblin. Oh shit! I'm gonna need a second. All right, so Toblin, like, we've not met Hal yet, and we've been in town a few times here and there, but we've usually had a lot of business. Has she lived here a while?
Oh, she's lived here at least half a decade. She runs the miners' exchange. All the miners of the local area, when they mine the coal, they go there, they have it weighed and measured and payments sent out. She controls all the deeds to different plots of land around the town. She does quite important things around here.
So, I mean, I got the impression that the mining situation wasn't real great the last time we were at the inn. They had undead in the mines. There were some issues with some of the workers. How does she have that kind of money to throw around buying her in? I know you don't care. You want the money, and I'm not begrudging you that. I'm just curious sort of what the dynamic is here.
Don't know, maybe she was skimming out of the pockets. As you said, I don't really care. It's good for me and my family will live
Sure.
a great life with the sum of gold they paid for the inn, and I'm old and getting tired. My wife would like to be able to shop in a real city again. Me boy could train and do whatever he wishes instead of being a farmhand or an adventurer like he thinks he's going to be. But I'm not sure how she got the money. Maybe from her family, maybe inheritance. No idea. But if she wants to come here and run the inn, more power to her.
It seems like she's running for town master. Has she talked to you at all about that? I mean, I assume you don't have a vote in the upcoming election because you're going back to Waterdeep. But has she been like walking around talking to folks or
When she came
anything
in
like that?
purchase, she asked to put some signs up, and he points. And you guys didn't see it, but on the other side of the front doors is 2 more of those Halia signs.
Oh, this is so good.
This is
It
the
seems
worst
like
day of my
she's-
life.
It seems like she's already basically town master. With
No.
all the stuff she does.
We
I
can
know
win.
she's been talking to Barthen and
I didn't mean that.
Lenine and a few others around, and it's been offering to have armed escorts on trade and discussing with faraway cities to get more income for the city just through trade and tariffs and protecting our own and working for our own. So she has hit the right note with a lot of people, so she does seem to be quite popular at the moment.
But I don't have those kind of resources. I just have gobos.
She wasn't from the city. She had only been here at the town about 5 years.
That's
I could
it.
buy some land in this town.
Bartender, I'm angry. Please get me another drink.
He's not a bartender anymore.
I'm retired, but you can hop over and grab something yourself. And I'm still hungry. I don't care about this nonsense.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna-
Toblin,
Hop
Go ahead.
over and start looking for that super fancy whiskey.
I feel like that one's packed up.
You might have missed the bottle.
Investigation.
I'll assist him.
Okay, yeah, at advantage. 18's pretty good though. We'll do it at advantage. We'll see what happens.
18 it is.
You spot like half a bottle. Seems like dusty on the edge. Like at the bottom of a rack, you do see that about half a bottle of that fancy whiskey.
I'm gonna pull it out and anything back here is good.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. The inventory wasn't part of the deal. Just
What
the
the
foundation.
fuck?
Food.
A good like 2.5 second pull off the bottle.
Jesus.
Dude, even I won't do that.
So, are you leaving tonight, Toblin, or are you leaving in the morning?
Well, got a few more packing to do. I'm not sure if we'll leave early morning, probably a late morning start. Should be able to get to Goodway towards, I think we're going to go to Neverwinter first and visit Trelina's family, and then from there, maybe take a ship.
Hey, so Toblin, this is the only inn in town, right? At this point?
There was a sleeping giant.
Right, at this point.
I believe so.
Man. And so would you say that you, I guess, interact with most townsfolk on a weekly basis or so? Do you see most of your faces in here?
Yeah, anyone that hasn't sworn off the spirits has come through here. People coming through meals. We've seen most of the town.
So if you were running for townmaster, it'd be a really good place to make sure you had regular contact with all your constituents, huh?
I would say if you controlled the inn, you definitely controlled a lot of the flow of information in town.
Interesting. It's just me stirring the pot. That's
What are you
interesting.
gonna do when you get back to Waterdeep? I was gonna hold the bottle out to, I guess, win if he wants it.
I'll take a bottle.
Thinking about maybe investing in something that sounds a little crazy.
What's that?
Bitcoin.
No.
Have you heard of a thing called Waterdeep coin?
Water deep coin.
Deep coin.
If I put, from what I heard from my associates, if I put 100 platinum down in Waterdeep coin, I'll make 1,000 platinum within a year.
Jesus.
No, I was